Hello. Who would like to start? Yep.
Hi, James Young, United Amsterdam. Hi, Patrick. I was wondering, you play clubs like Manchester United on this tour, who are obviously much bigger than you in terms of like a budget, but do you feel like you're still able to compete with the bigger clubs in terms of attracting players and growing as a club under your leadership, despite not having the same amount of financial muscle?
Yeah, I think it's impossible for us to be at the same market than United and the top 6 teams in the Premier League. But on the other side, I think we showed last year that we can identify players that can help the club to grow. And we identify the profile of the players that we need, that we want. But I have to say that, Palace is in London, so we have some tools that we can convince players to come and help the clubs to grow.
Patrick, what was your thoughts on that game tonight, and especially with the pitch and also the competitiveness of the two teams?
I think the pitch is what it is, and we have to deal with it. That wasn't an issue on the quality of the field. I think both teams show that the competitiveness of the Premier League. Ourselves, we only have one game to play before the start of the season. So we wanted that game and the last couple of games that we played to be real and to be really close to what to expect from the first game of the season. And I was really pleased with the intensity, the physical side of the game, and I think the teams did well today.
Do you feel as though you've learned a lot about the younger players in particular? You said earlier this week that you would make decisions on what you're going to do with some of them. Do you feel as though you're nearer to knowing what?
Yeah, we have to make the best decision to help those players to grow. I think they are in an age where what is really important is to play week in and week out. So we have to keep some of them, of course, and on the other side, the ones we need to find them, the teams where they can play and keep growing. I think when you're looking at the last situation of the game that we created, you're looking at the front 3, front 4, it's quite really young. So we need to expose them. They need to play to keep improving individually.
And can I just ask you about Chris Richards and what the thinking is behind bringing him?
He's going to give us different options at the back. He will give us competitiveness between players, and I'm really pleased that an important players like that decide to come to Palace. I think we show that we can attract players, and when you look at the number of teams that were behind him and he decided to come to us, I think this is a really strong statement.
Patrick, did you see many differences in the Leeds that you played tonight compared with April's game?
No, I think the philosophy of the manager is clear. Putting a high pressure and try to win the ball in the opposition half. They play with a lot of intensity, so we and any teams that will face Leeds will have to make a quicker decision to play around, because they are quite really aggressive, defending from the front foot. And I think more the games grow today, and better we were, and a little bit tired they were as well. So I was really pleased with overall the quality of the game.
Thank you.
Patrick, on a local front, how was it like playing on Perth Stadium?
It was good. The atmosphere was nice. I think it's always good for those Premier League teams to travel worldwide and to spend time and meet fans. And we been here for a couple of days now and a couple of weeks, and we really enjoyed our stay. And we met a couple of friends in our hotel in the training ground that we were doing, and it was good.
Can you summarise the whole experience here in Australia? How's that been for you and the club and the players and all the staff?
It's been really good. When you're going through a pre-season on tour, you're always hoping to get everybody fit to fly back, no injuries. So on that side, we are quite really pleased. The other side, when you look at the quality of the games that we played, it was really positive because players playing real games. And everywhere that we train. We had some unbelievable support, people showing us love. And as a football club, as a manager, the players, we enjoyed very much our stay.
Patrick, it looked like it was quite a, from the press box, it looked like it was quite a feisty affair. Did you feel
It was
quite a feisty affair and quite a physical edge to the game? Did you feel down on the touchline that it was getting a bit out of hand at any point?
No, not at all. I think the referee did a really good job. Both teams play with competitiveness and both teams wanted to win the game. And I think that is why the fans as well, they enjoyed it, because we play with the intensity, and that was really close to the Premier League games. And I think when you play abroad, that is what the fans expected, and I think we give them what they wanted, a good game of football.
Patrick, it's no secret you didn't bring basically the strongest squad you could have out here. I mean, when you put that into context in terms of the players you have here and the players Leeds have here, how do you reflect on that result tonight, and how do you go about from here? Obviously, the Premier League begins so soon, in reintegrating those big players that you've left behind in London.
Yeah, that wasn't easy at all. We had to make some decision and leave some important players behind. And obviously, it's not the perfect scenario as a manager, but we have to deal with it, and I think we did it quite really well. If you're looking at the 3 games that we played, I think we represent the football club quite really well. In the other side, it's not the best preparation. Tactically, I think we showed today that we still have a lot to cover, a lot of things that we need to improve. And compared to some other teams, we are a little bit behind, especially tactically.
Anyone else?
So with that in mind as well, you released a couple of youngsters into midfield again tonight. How did you feel the 2 of them went, and are either of them any closer to sort of earning a bit of first team action this season? Yeah, we played Jez in the midfield, and that is not his position. But if you're looking at the game, especially the first one against Liverpool, and look at the games today, I think he started to really understand the role and responsibility. And again, he was exposed really well, and that is what we wanted as well, and this is one of the reasons why we bring those young players, because we want to expose them and they need to grow, and I think Jez, Kylian did really well for us.
Everyone?
Thank you.
Thank you.